Hi, I'm Janice. I'm the creator of PagerDuty Math, and I want to share with you the PagerDuty Math system and how it works and how it can help your child. Over 4 million children enter kindergarten each year, and by 8th grade, over 2/3 of those children will not be proficient in math. That means 2.7 million will not be proficient in math by the 8th grade. Don't let your child be part of that group. So I am a author, I taught, and I'm a mom, and I was a professional in the software industry, and I found that this was an area that I was really passionate about. I wanted to understand how children learn math and why math seemed to be such a difficult topic for so many kids, and I feel like I figured that one out. And it started at home with my daughter, who, when she was in 2nd grade, she was in the lowest math group. She came home one day, she was crying, and I spoke with her teacher, and I learned that she had scored 30 out of 150 on a math assessment. And I started to figure out what was going on, and the root of the reason was because she was not fluent in her math facts. So we worked on those for about 6 months, and she actually caught up and tested into the highest math group. And I wondered, though, how many other kids were in that same situation. I wondered how many children were completely capable but underperforming. And I think I discovered that after teaching math to hundreds of children. So when I started teaching, I learned that over half the kids in 5th and 6th grade were not proficient in addition and subtraction. There were 3 main issues. The children who struggled weren't exposed to math early enough, and they didn't have enough practice, and they didn't have the right practice. And that's where PagerDuty Math came in. After speaking with hundreds of parents, I came up with a system, what parents were actually asking me for, that would help their children learn math facts by just practicing a little bit each day, that was really easy to use, very effective, and affordable. So we are going to take a look at one system today, one of our math systems, which is the addition and counting system, which is for children normally in kindergarten and 1st grade, sometimes 2nd. There are 24 problems a day. We've got our printed books. We've got our downloadable books that you get also as a bonus, and you can print them out. So if you have 2 children, or if your child wants to do a book a second time, you can always print it out. Over here, number 3, we've got this motivational map for a child, so they can start tracing, and they can start circling the book that they're on and feel really involved and feel like they're planning. So this is book 1, this is book 2, and they circle the book as they're working on the books in the series. We've got our flashcards, we've got parent progress trackers, and then we have bonus handwriting books, which are so important for math. There are 3 problems that we solved with our books. Children are prepared for age-level math, children who are behind catch up, and children who excel early move forward faster. Inside of our books, they are exploding with different features, and that's why they're so engaging. So on the covers, there's lots of elements that children can count. This is book 6, so there's 6 little mushrooms that the children can count on the cover. There's a story inside where the math squad talks about why math is so important and who uses it, and it just gets the kids really involved with the books right from the get-go. The instructions are simple. Your child basically just opens the book and gets started. There are 10 books in the series, so they just open book 1 to day 1 and they start. There are 24 problems. They write their name in the book so they feel a sense of ownership, and they begin. And this is day 1 of book 4. So I wanted to show you a book that's actually sort of in the middle of the series. So the red boxes show you the math fact that was just learned that day. So this day that the child opens this book, they're learning 0 plus 4. And you'll see the problems that are in red rectangles and red ovals, that the child is learning the problem 2 ways. They're learning 0 plus 4 and 4 plus 0. And that's really important because not all children realize for some time that that's the same problem. Actually 2 different problems, but the same result. They're also there's a star system, so they can reward themselves when they're finished, which is great. So as a parent or teacher, you don't need to give them anything. They can reward themselves, which is really, really important. So they start to feel like they're doing it on their own. They're also rewarding themselves at the end of the day of practice. There's this little strawberry here. You'll see there's just like a lot of cute little elements that just keep children's attention. This is book 6. This is day 13 in book 6. And you'll see that the variety of problems has changed significantly. So the problems have become more challenging. But if your child is doing these problems, let's say 4 to 5 days a week, by this point they are becoming very fluent in their math facts. They're not hesitating. They're getting their day of practice done much more quickly. So it often goes down from about 12 minutes to 14 minutes to about 6 to 8 minutes. So it's really painless and really doesn't take that much time. There are always encouraging statements on every single page, encouraging your child to continue, telling them what a great job they're doing. And you'll see here in the purple that there's a rectangle with 13 stars because your child's on day 13, so they're filling in 13 stars. The back of every book always has a joke or a dog fact, and this is the end of the book. So it's the math squad is telling your child that they did a great job, reminds them to correct their mistakes and to move on to the next book. So going back to the picture that tells you what you're going to get with this series. So we talked about the hard copy books. We talked about the downloadable books that you can reprint. You can reprint at home. And the motivational map, you also get these flashcards and assessments. So this is what the flashcards look like. And again, you can print them one a day. So every time your child learns one new math fact, you just make that one new flashcard. So it's really takes no time at all. And then here are parent progress trackers. So as your child is working through the books, after you're done with book 4, you can give them the first edition progress tracker. When you're done with book 6, when your child's done with book 6, you can give them the second one. Book 8, you give them the third one. And book 10, you give them the fourth one. And it tells you exactly what's going on, exactly where they're fluent and where they need a little more practice. So this just brings you up close again to another flashcard sheet. Again, they're downloadable. You download and print them. And the assessment, this is part 1 that I'm showing you here, but there's 4 parts. These are the bonus handwriting books that you get. Handwriting is so important, and there's very little focus on it in school these days. You're gonna get a bonus book in cursive and in print. They're both incredibly important, and there is research that tells us that the more you work on your handwriting, especially cursive, the better your math skills are going to be. And I have that research on my website. We have helped hundreds of kids all over the country learn math and become proficient in math. We've helped children that are just getting started, children that were really behind and catching up, children that were on track, children that were really excelling early on so they can move forward faster. Our system is very similar to certain after-school programs, but much more affordable, and something that you can do at home in the convenience, in the privacy of your own home and at your convenience, rather than driving to a center. So I highly recommend you give it a shot, and your kids are going to really like it. Children from all over the country are telling us, parents are telling us that their kids are seeing for themselves, that they're remembering the problems better because of the tracing. Our system is the only system that has handwriting development involved with the math, and it is helping kids everywhere. Handwriting helps memory. It helps your child slow down, not only fill in answers, but write the whole problem. In math, you got to write the whole problem. It's important. Math is not a multiple choice subject. And in school, lots of kids are getting multiple choice problems. There's a lot of technology with math, helping kids learn math. It's fine, but children really need to learn how to write math. So that's what our system does. So there's jokes, there's certificates, it's fun, it's engaging, and we hope that you give it a shot. And you'll also really like the handwriting books, which you can print over and over again. So I just want to thank you for joining us today, and I hope you like this video. If you have any comments, please comment below. We're always open to feedback. We love your feedback. We're always looking for new features and new handwriting books, and creating them on a monthly basis. So if you have any ideas for us, please let us know. And thanks for joining us. Have a great day. Bye-bye.